Good morning, everyone. Welcome to What's Up Wednesday. I hope you all are having a fabulous day so far. My name is Erin, and today we're going to be going over the feedback requests for the, like last week we discussed doing an open house, and then we have an option where you can have this feedback tool that's basically giving the consumers who come to the home, they can fill out this little survey, and then it sends it to you as the agent, and then you can provide feedback to the sellers, showing them kind of what consumers are saying about the property or about the price, stuff like that. So today we're going to be going over that, basically just showing you how to get all of that set up, how to edit the questions, and that's kind of our part 3 of our open house series for What's Up Wednesday. So you have that, so we're going to be covering that. Next week, I believe we're going to be going over the IDX setup. So I'm going to show you how to get your property searches set up and show you how to move forward with that. So if you have questions and you want to learn more about the IDX or the property search, then you can attend next week. So that's going to be what we're going to do next week. I know a lot of you guys have been asking about IDX and how to get that set up. So I wanted to show you a quick little overview on that and get the ball rolling with that. So one of the cool features that a lot of you have been asking for to have integrated within our system is having a pop-up on your property website. So when you go to a specific property website, the consumer has to fill out a squeeze page if you have this option filled out. So what it's going to do when you go through and you add in the property, there's going to be a section. I'll show you that in just a second. But I'm going to, what you can do is when the consumer goes to the property website, it's going to share with them the property info. You can make it to where they have to fill out the squeeze page information or this little pop-up information to capture their info. When they fill this out, then they can view the property website. We have another option to where they can click off of it and they can view the property website without having to fill anything out. And then you can have it to where there's no pop-up at all. So this is going to be on the property specific website. So a lot of you were asking if we can have this. We now have it available. It is live. So to get the little squeeze page pop-up on your property specific websites, you're going to go to your property tab over to the left-hand side. You're going to click on properties. And then for the property that you want to add this onto, you're going to click on the edit pencil here. And then you're going to go to layout controls. And then you're going to scroll down a little bit and then you'll see it says pop-up controls. So no form is going to mean that there's no pop-up on the property website, no lead generation pop-up. Option form means that they can choose to exit out of it without filling anything out and still view the property website. And required form means that they must fill out their information in order to view the property website. So we give you 3 options to choose from. I know some of you do not like this, so you can choose to do no form at all. You won't have any pop-up. I know a lot of you like to have it do optional to where they can fill it out, and a lot of you also like to have it as a required form. So thank you to Emily. A huge shout out to her. She's worked really hard to get that integrated within our system. Keep in mind for these pop-up controls, it's only going to work on layouts 14 through 17 right now. So those are going to be the layouts. She is going to work on putting it on the rest of the templates. But for now, you can use those beautiful HD templates that we have available that are new, and then you can choose to have that pop-up control. So these are going to be on layouts 14 through 17 right now, and then we'll eventually have them on some of our other templates for the property website. So again, if those of you who are just joining in, if you want to have the pop-up, the lead option for the property specific website, that's going to be your pop-up controls under the edit pencil and layout and controls. So if you have questions about that, let us know. We can show you how to get that set up, but it's a really cool little option for you guys to be able to utilize and generate leads from the property websites with that little squeeze page pop-up. So we have that. Some other things we're working on, we are working on doing some integration again with the IDX stuff. So if you are interested in getting your IDX set up, definitely give us a call so we can get the ball rolling with the IDX setup for you on your page. There is some new steps that we're taking to get that done, which is going to speed up the process and give you a better search. So we're really excited about that. So if you have questions, you're ready to get going with that, let us know. We are really excited to announce that we've partnered up, like I said, with IDX Broker back in December. So it's been a really good transition. Everything has been super awesome. So it's cool that we're able to provide some better data for you and give you guys some options. So if you have any questions too moving forward, if you want to suggest any future topics, anything like that, feel free, you can always email me, Erin, E-R-I-N, @agentmarketing.com. You're always welcome to send me some emails if you have any suggestions, comments, feedback, anything like that. We love to hear from you. So just let me know if there's any specific topics you want to learn about in the future. I love to hear what you guys want to learn more about. So let me know. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with our feedback topic today that we're going to be focusing on. So last week we held the open house. We did LookieLeads.com. We had people attend our open house. So now with those leads, you actually have it to where it syncs back into your agent marketing account for that specific property and goes into a feedback request. So what you have is you can go to your report section for the property. So to start with, you want to go to your property tab over to the left-hand side, and then you're going to click on properties to get to your list of properties. Now the open house that you held, you're going to want to go to that specific property. So we're going to go to this little reports option here. It's a little center button here. It's kind of got a little report option icon. You're going to click on reports. The first option is going to be the feedback survey. So we're going to click there. Now what it's going to do, if you synced up your agent marketing account with LookieLeads when you had your open house, what it's going to do is it's automatically going to take all of those leads of everybody that was at the open house and automatically stick it into your feedback request for you. So I had 3 people register at my open house last weekend, and these 3 people are now on the feedback request to where it's sending them an email with questions about how they thought the property was, how the look and feel was, how the price was, or whatever the questions are. And the cool thing is with the questions, you can go through and edit them all the time too. You can also do, so if you want to manually add in your clients, or if you want to do showing feedback, you can always do that as well. So to do that, you click here on the Add New button. When you click on Add New, it gives you an option to manually add in those feedback requests. So you can do showings, or you can even do open house. So if I wanted to do a showing, I'm going to go ahead and say that I did a showing. We'll say we did the showing on Monday. We'll say that it was at 2 p.m. So it was at 2 p.m. and then I can do the office name. So this is going to be, we'll just say Keller Williams, for example. And then I can do the agent name. So we're going to say it was Angie Agent. Angie Agent here. And then I can put in Angie's email. All right, so now I have all of her information filled out. So what I can do now is I can hit save. So I've saved that information. So now what I can choose to do, it's a new entry. So now what I can do is I can hit send, and it's going to start doing the email blast and sending her the feedback request. It sends it every few days until they fill it out. If they fill out the feedback request, then it will stop sending, and then it will respond back with your information. So, and then you can also do, like I said, if you wanted to do the open house option, you can click on open house, and then you can do the date of the open house and then the person's name and email. So if you have like an agent showing the house for you, or if you are doing the open house, you can do either option. So that's the nice thing, you have options to be able to choose which one you want. So now if I'm ready to send this, I can click on the send button, but I'm not quite ready to do so. So I want to show you what this looks like. So if you ever need to go back and edit the information for this person, you can choose to click on the edit option, and it takes you to go back to where you can edit this information here. If you want to completely delete it, you can choose to click delete as well. And then the other options you have is you can view the questionnaire. So this is what it's going to look like when the consumer gets the information. It will say hello to whoever it was that you filled out, or whoever was at the open house. Thank you so very much for viewing 24 Main Street in Aliso Viejo. If I could trouble you just for a moment and ask you for some feedback. And then it's going to have your information as the agent on here. So we'll always default to your information that's saved under your profile. It's going to have the property details. So it's going to talk about the website, the bedroom, bath, square feet, year built, county, if all of that is filled out. And then it has 6 questions here. So the property is very nice. And it always goes in an agree or disagree format. So keep that in mind too. So you'll have 6 questions, and then they can put any additional comments down here and hit submit feedback. So when the consumer fills this all out, it's going to notify you as the agent that they filled it out. So then you can take a look at all of the information that the consumer filled out and you can compile all of these together and then share it with the sellers. So that way you have some kind of information you can share with them. You know, maybe there's this huge tree in the yard that is completely tacky and it's just one that has to come down. It's actually hurting the value of the home, and people are commenting about it and putting it in the notes, or maybe the home is overpriced, something along the lines of that, and you're trying to convince the sellers, but they're just not budging. If you show them that that's what the consumers are seeing when they're coming to the open house or the showing, then maybe they might be a little more open to trimming the tree down or changing the price, however it is. So this is pretty cool. It's a nice little questionnaire. It just helps get some feedback from anybody who's going to the home. Now the cool thing is you can actually change the questions. So if you want to go through and you want to change the questions for a specific property, you can do that. You can even change all of the questions. So if you want them to roll down to all of your properties, you can do that too. So to start, I'll show you how to roll them down for all of the properties. So we're going to go to the Property tab over to the left-hand side. We're going to click on Options. When we click on Options, what it's going to do is you'll see over here to the right-hand side, it says Feedback Rating, Feedback Questions, and it has all of the options here. So you can change the grading if you want to. If you want it to be a little something different, maybe you don't want it to start with this. But keep in mind, if you do the hashtag, hashtag address, hashtag, hashtag in city, and then do the city option, it's going to default to that address for that specific property. So you can see that. Make sure you, if you want the city or the property address to default, make sure you add that in there. Also, just keep in mind too, when you're asking the questions, keep in mind that it's in that agree and disagree point of value format. So you want to make sure that you keep the questions more, instead of did you like this home, you don't want to do it that way. You want to put it more as a statement so they can agree or disagree. So just keep that in mind when you are writing out these questions. So if you do it through the Property tab and then go to the Options through the Property tab, these are going to roll down to all of your properties that you have in the system. Now you can do it on a per property basis. So maybe you have one that's a farmland that you're doing, and then you have some that are ocean view, and you want to ask questions about that. Then what you can do is you can click on the Tools section for the property. When you click on Tools, you're going to scroll down to where you get to Property Options. And then you'll see that you can change it for that specific property only. And then if you want to do a specific feedback rating, you can even go through and change that specific feedback rating for this property only. So it gives you options. If you want to be able to change it on a per property basis, you can do it per property. Or if you want to, if you do it through the Property tab and Options, it's going to roll down to all of your properties. So you can do either or if you want to, or if you like the questions that we came up with for you, you can leave them exactly how they are if you want to do that as well. So you have a lot of different choices of what you want to do, but it's cool because then if you want to, for some properties, it may be a little bit different and some of these questions may not apply. So you would want to change it on a per property basis. So again, like I said, when the consumer goes through and fills out the feedback request, it will actually have it in your report section so you can keep track of everything. And then, like I said, when it is completely filled out, you'll have an option that says filled out, and then you can actually view their responses. So when you click on this view button, it would give you an auto response, or it would give you all of their responses. And then what you can do too is you can view a report. So when you have all of the feedback requests done, it's going to generate a report with all of the different comments. So because I don't have any of these filled out, there's no report to be done. But once you have enough, it's going to generate a report with all the agrees and disagrees based off of the questions for this property. So then at this point, you can take that report and you can share it with the sellers. So to get that chart, you would go to the chart option, and then you would be able to tell once they're all filled out if they filled out or not. And I believe after it sends it the third time, if they have not filled it out, then it stops sending it. So you can choose to either follow up with that client, because they're also in your CRM at that point too. So you could always follow up with them and say, hey, you never got back to me on the feedback request, and then you can always choose to resend it too. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up for questions about the feedback request. So let me pull up the questions here. Okay, so there was a question, how do I know what layout I have for the property? So when you're on your Property tab, what you can do is when you go to your layout, when you click on edit, you can go to layouts and controls. And then from there, you'll know what layout you have because it has this little option. So see where this one, it has that little dot within that circle. So now I know I have layout 17 selected. Layout 16, if I wanted to go to that option, I would just choose to do 16. I could choose my color scheme, so I'll do denim. And then now I would know that layout 16 is my layout. So wherever you see that little dot inside of the circle for that specific layout, that's what layout you know you have for your property website. How do you edit the first paragraph for the feedback request? So you have, again, two options for that. You can go into your options section through the property. You can choose to edit the feedback reading for that specific property, or for all of your properties, I mean, or you can even go in and do it per property basis. And you can do that by going to the tool section and then going to property options. And then you'll see here, this is where you can go through and edit that feedback reading. Let me see. Sorry, there was another question that I just addressed that, so we're good to go. How many responses do you need to get the report? You only honestly need just the one. So as soon as it's been filled out by at least one person, you'll be able to generate that report. So as soon as, let me go to it here. As soon as, like if this Angie agent filled it out and I have one person filled it out, you could view the chart and it would have everything all filled out. So as soon as you get that one filled out, then you'll be good to go and have that full chart that you can utilize. Let me see here. How did you get to change the questions for each property? So if you go for each individual property and you want to change it on a per property basis, you go to the property tab, click on your properties, and then you'll go to the tool section. So you'll click on this little wrench here. When you click on the wrench icon, you're going to go to property options. And then when you click on property options, you can change the feedback reading here, and then you can change the questions over to the right-hand side. So this will allow you to change it on a per property basis, or you can do it for all properties at once. Did you guys have any other questions about the feedback request? And then for those of you who did not know, Looky Leads is now live, so you can actually go to lookyleads.com and you'll be able to use the new layout option. So this was live last week, shortly after What's Up Wednesday. So if you have questions or need help getting signed up with Looky Leads or getting your account all set up, you can call into support. We can help you with any of those questions. And then just keep in mind our support hotline number is at the top of our website. So if you do have any questions or need help with anything, you can always contact our support team. We are here from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Monday through Friday. Let's see. So if I do an open house, the Looky Leads for the open house, it goes into agent marketing and I can have it go to another CRM I have. So yes, if you sync up your agent marketing account to your Looky Leads account, then what it will do is it will take all of the leads from your open house that have been registered within Looky Leads. It will pop them into your CRM within agent marketing, and then it will also do the feedback request for that specific property. Is there a cost for Looky Leads? No, Looky Leads is no additional charge. It is a free open house registration app that you can use. The recording will be up, Jeffrey, probably within the next 15-20 minutes. I just need to convert it and then we can get it up on the YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel so when those recordings do get uploaded, you do get notified. So there's a little red subscribe button that you can use. Can Looky Leads go to choose CRMs? Susan, right now it would go to your agent marketing CRM, but you can choose to export your leads. So if you have your CRM within agent marketing, you go to your leads tab and then click on clients. All the leads that you have in your CRM, you can choose to export and then you can import them into a new CRM or your CRM of choice. Where do I go to sign up for Looky Leads? You'll go to lookyleads.com. If you have not created an account on Looky Leads already, then you'll click on join. If you already have created an account on lookyleads.com, then you'll just hit the login button. So if you need help getting your account all set up, it's actually pretty easy once you have your account created through Looky Leads. you'll log in, and then there's going to be an option to sync account. This is going to be syncing your Looky Leads to your agent marketing account. So you'll actually, it will say link with agent marketing. You'll type in your agent marketing login information and click on re-import agent marketing info. What it's going to do is it's going to autofill in all of your information on your agent marketing account into Looky Leads. And then anytime that you hold an open house, all of those leads will automatically come into your agent marketing account. So it's pretty cool how it all ties together and works together. All right, guys, are there any other questions that I can answer? If you need help to utilize the program, our What's Up Wednesday last week was on Looky Leads. The YouTube or the video is on our YouTube channel. So Leah, I recommend going to our YouTube channel. I can send you the link for that right now. Let me just pull it up here. If you go to this YouTube channel, you'll be able to view all of our past What's Up Wednesdays. And I did send that to everybody through the chat option. So if you need help, definitely go to our YouTube channel. But you'll see that last week's What's Up Wednesday was on Looky Leads, and it will show you step by step on how to get that all set up. So be sure to check out those channel or the agent marketing channel and those past videos so you can get some extra help if needed. All right, guys, it looks like that's it for questions. Thank you so much. I really appreciate each one of you attending today. Have a great rest of your week. We will see you next Wednesday. If you guys have any other questions, keep in mind you can always call into our support team. Thank you so much, everyone. We'll see you next week. Have a great day.